neighbors. Everybody needs good neighbors with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbors should be there for one another. That's when good neighbors become good friends.
I have to tell someone. I can't keep it to myself any longer. You see, Laura was involved with an MS hostel over there, and Rosemary was run off her feet with business, so I was left to my own devices. A friend of Rosemary's, a very charming gentleman, took me under his wing. He was an artist, too.
Well, you must have had a lot in common.
Yes, we did. Our tastes were amazingly similar. We went to art galleries and exhibitions. You know, I was astonished how art-minded the Americans are. I mean, there are so many galleries in New York. And they're so large. And lots of very interesting little ones as well.
Oh, you must have been in your element then.
Yes, I was. We spent a lot of time together.
I see.
But then we began to realize that...
Our holiday romance, it sounds wonderful.
Yes, but the trouble is he was engaged.
You mean he wasn't honest with you?
Oh, yes, he was. I knew he was engaged right from the very beginning. But I didn't expect that we'd both begin to feel the way we did. I couldn't let it go on.
You mean you were both starting to fall in love? Helen, I don't really understand this. I mean, you say that he wasn't married, he was just engaged. Now, engagements can be broken.
Oh, Madge, I couldn't be the cause of that. I told him I didn't want to see him again, and I came home as quickly as possible.
Well, don't you think you acted rather hastily? It sounds to me as though you didn't give it a chance.
Well, I couldn't, not if someone else was going to be hurt.
Oh, that's a very noble attitude, Helen, but I mean, I don't think that was very fair to you or him. Now, surely he had the right to make a choice. And if he really cares about you, he probably won't be able to go through with marrying this other woman anyway.
Well, he has to. Because she'd be absolutely shattered if he didn't.
Well, you know his fiancée then?
Oh, slightly. Anyway, I'm home now, and I just hope I won't hear from him.
Well, you're obviously not very happy about it all.
I'll get over it. It's best that I nipped it in the bud. I just hope he'll leave it at that.
You don't sound too confident.
Well, he's a very determined man.
Helen, I don't know many women who'd be able to back out in a situation like that. I just think it's such a pity because, I mean, well, you're just as entitled to happiness as the other woman.
More to it than that. But I don't really want to go into it at the moment.
All right. But if ever you need any help.
Thanks, Madge.
Morning, Desmond.
Voice is sounding a bit better.
If you only knew how much effort it takes.
Well, maybe it'd be best if you didn't talk for the next couple of days.
Some people would like that. Daphne, for one.
Oh, that's crazy. Why would Daphne not want you to talk?
So she wouldn't be forced to listen to what I have to say about that girl.
Look, by Monday, I'd have convinced Daph that she's on the wrong track.
Well, you won't have to wait until Monday. On her way to the shower this morning, Daphne informed me that she's taken that girl's bail out of the coffee shop takings from yesterday.
Well, it's her money. There's nothing I can do about that.
I don't understand how she could take the side of that criminal against me.
Daphne doesn't see it that way.
Oh, I certainly do. I feel betrayed. I can't even raise my voice in protest.
You're doing a pretty good job this morning, Mrs. Clive.
This is not a voice, Michael. This is a rasp, a wheeze, a pitiful imitation of my magnificent vocal instrument.
Don't write a book about it, Mum.
Nobody gets sympathy around here. My feelings are totally ignored.
It's not true.
Isn't it? Daphne's going to bail that girl out no matter what I have to say about it.
Breakfast ready?
I can see both sides. I mean, I feel sorry for Mad Dog.
Who?
Mad Dog, Kelly Morgan. That's what we call her at school.
Mad Dog Morgan.
A very apt name for such a dangerous criminal. She probably has rabies, too.
Look, her parents gave her a really rough time. I mean, after her dad died, her mum sort of took everything out on her, you know?
Yes, he probably died from worry over his daughter.
All I'm saying is I know what it's like to have parents who don't care about you.
That is no excuse for what she has done.
You're right, Eileen. There's no excuse for the things Kelly's done. But I'd like to think I can prevent her from doing them again.
A jail sentence would achieve that.
Oh, terrific. You send her off to jail and let her mix with some real creams, then I really would be wasting my time.
What makes you think you're not doing that now?
Dear, she's 17 years old. I don't believe there's no chance for someone so young.
What if you're wrong?
It's a risk I have to take. I explained why.
No one has explained why to me.
I had the chance to help a girl like Kelly before, Eileen, and I didn't. She ended up in jail and died in a prison riot at the grand old age of 18.
You couldn't possibly have known whether you could help that girl. You're blaming yourself, and you don't seem to care who suffers because of it. Desmond, eat your breakfast before it gets cold.
I'm not very hungry.
But you're the one who asked where his breakfast was.
Yeah, I'll just have a cup of tea.
Desmond has always had a very sensitive digestion, but it would appear that your determination in this matter has upset him very much indeed. Of course, what is your husband's health compared to your caring about this teenage reprobate?
Des knows that's not true. Now, Eileen, I suggest you start conserving your voice because you've said quite enough for this morning.
That was Paul. He's picking up his new sports car this morning and dropping around to show it off.
Well, he's been talking about it for quite a while. What did you finally decide on?
Mitsubishi Starion.
A what?
Oh, Gran, I just wish it was me.
You've got your learner's permit. Why don't you learn to drive?
Oh, well, now the exams are over. Gran, how about you teaching me?
Not at the moment, Scott. We'll discuss it later.
Hi, Mrs. Mitchell.
Hello, Madge.
I wasn't sure whether you'd be having Saturday morning sleep in.
Well, Nikki is, but Scott and Lucy have too much to do.
Like what?
Like cleaning up your rooms. They both look like pigsties.
I mean, like...
Oh, I can imagine. You should see Charlene's.
Oh, well, better get cracking on my room if you insist.
I insist. Would you like a cup, Madge?
No, thanks. I had a cup of tea before. Thanks, Helen. You're not still studying, are you, Scott? I thought Charlene said you finished your exams.
Yeah, I have. But I figured if I'm going to be a writer, I've got to start somewhere. So I've started on this again. It's my biography on Nana Robson.
Oh.
Yep.
You see, as a journalist, Jim's mother's done some very fascinating things. So she suggested to Scott that he might like to write her life story.
Well, she gave me piles of material to work on, but I couldn't do much this year because of the HSC, so...
How much have you written?
Oh, about 2/3, I think.
Oh.
From what I've read, it's very, very good. And it'll be something to show when he goes for his journalism course.
If I get in. I may not get a high enough aggregate, you know, Gran.
Well, there's nothing more you can do about that now. Just a matter of waiting for the results. Oh, and your room is waiting.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Oh, if tidiness was next to godliness, I dread to think where that will be.
Yes.
I actually just popped in to see if you were feeling all right this morning. You were pretty upset last night.
Oh, Madge, I'm fine. It did me good to talk.
Have you discussed this with Jim?
Oh, heavens, no. He's got enough problems in that department without worrying about mine.
You know what they say about sharing the burden?
Madge, I really don't want to talk about it with anybody else.
Yes, I know. It's just that I knew that there were
Madge,
things
please,
that you didn't want.
Please leave it.
All right.
Thanks for getting me out, Daphne. See you in court. Wait a minute, you're coming home with me.
What for?
To stay until you go to court.
Don't you reckon I'll turn up? Frightened you'll do your money.
Could be. Where else have you got to go?
I can look after myself.
Yeah? You get into any more trouble before you go to court and there's no way of keeping you out of jail. Now, at my place, you've got a roof over your head, a bed to sleep in and food on the table. What's wrong with that?
Depends what sort of strings are attached.
No strings. I just want you to keep your nose clean before you turn up in court next week.
You're a real do-gooder, aren't you? Well, the trouble with people like you is that you always expect something in return.
All I want to do is help. I don't want anything from you.
Yeah, sure.
Listen, I put up the money for your bail, and as far as I'm concerned, that makes me responsible for you. Now, I want you where I can keep an eye on you. You're coming home with me, got it?
Your funeral.
Paul, it is beautiful!
Lovely colour.
It's great. Is it all automatic or?
No, manual.
Oh, how come?
Oh, better economy, better handling. I like to feel that I'm driving the car. It's a sports car, mate.
Yeah, I reckon you do have more sense of control than manual.
Don't you think a young executive should have gone for something a little more conservative?
Gran, you know what? It's just what I've always wanted.
No, so much for the mature, hard-headed businessman.
Listen, Paul, how about teaching me to drive?
Me? You gotta be kidding. We'd be at each other's throats in 2 seconds flat.
No, he wouldn't. Come on. Well, someone's got to teach me. Look, it won't be hard. I got my learners without any trouble at all.
Teach him, Paul. Don't be mean. Then he could take me for rides.
Yeah, I can imagine how keen he'd be on that. Look, there's no way I'm going to teach anyone to drive, and particularly in this.
Well, Hey, we could borrow Greg's car, yeah? Well, how am I supposed to learn? I can't afford driving lessons.
So, this is the new car.
Yeah, what do you think, eh?
It's terrific. I love the colour.
You women seem to think about it as a colour.
Sexist.
Kelly Morgan, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Kelly, these are the Robinsons. Helen, Lucy, Paul, and Scott Yakulino from school.
Hello.
Yeah, been a while since I've been there.
Yeah, a couple of years, I reckon.
That's right. Nice set of wheels.
Yeah, it'll do me for a while.
Till the ashtrays are full.
I'll see you later. Great car, Paul.
I think that's the girl that Shane nabbed. She's been stealing handbags, including Eileen's.
Hey, that can't be right. Dabney can't take her home. Eileen's there.
Well, it should lend for a volatile situation, shouldn't it?
Listen, you didn't tell me this old duck was going to be here.
Old duck?
Careful, Mum. You'll ruin your voice altogether.
Kelly, while you're a guest in this house, we expect you to be polite to the other guest.
You mean she's staying here too?
Not for long. I refuse to spend a night under the same roof with this creature.
Mum, just calm down.
Mike, would you like to show Kelly the spare room, please?
Yeah.
My things are in there. Desmond, you can't expect me to share my room with a mad dog.
We only have one spare bedroom.
Look, I'm not sharing with her.
Kelly, would you please go with Mike? Eileen, we'll sort things out. While you're here, she can sleep on the sofa. Well, she's got nowhere else to go. She's been sleeping in doorways and on park benches.
I would have thought she could afford a hotel with all the money she's been stealing.
She can barely afford to feed herself. Now, I intend to supervise her until the court appearance, and then we'll review the situation again, depending on what happens.
I know what I hope happens. A good stiff jail sentence. That'll wake her up to herself.
I think a little bit more care and consideration would do more good, and that's what I intend to give her. Eileen, these kids don't get a chance. It's up to us to give them one when we can.
Very well, Daphne. You will obviously do what you think is fit. And I am only destroying what is left of my voice by trying. Now, I hope to spend Desmond's birthday with him tomorrow afternoon, but I will move back to my unit this afternoon. I want you to know I have been cut to the quick. You took that little lawbreaker's side over your own mother-in-law. And you let her. It's like a knife in my heart. Or should I say, in my back?
Do you remember the fun your father and you had when he taught you to drive?
Yeah, he wanted to kill me at one stage.
Ah, but he didn't. And you were very grateful when you got your license, weren't you?
Yeah, I guess so. No, I even started to respect him like we were friends.
Well, that's what you need with Scott. Oh, come on, give him a few lessons, see how it goes.
Okay.
I'm relying on you to keep your temper.
That's easier said than done. You know what Scott can be like.
Well, it's up to you. You're the adult, the calm, cool businessman. Prove how controlled you can be.
Flattery will get you everywhere, Gran. You sly old thing.
A little less of the old, thank you.
Scott? Listen, if you still want me to teach you how to drive, I reckon we'll give it a whirl.
Yeah? Oh, great, mate. My oil plates are in the garage.
There's one condition.
Should have known. What?
That is that we don't use my car, and that's definite.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I've been thinking about that. I have got it all solved.
Have you finished your room?
This rattletrap's going to hold together.
Hey, come on. It's great of Clive to say we could use it.
What's you got to lose, eh? I mean, you think being a doctor, he'd at least drive something decent.
I don't like Clive that much, do you?
I think he's a bit irresponsible.
Paul, he's a great doctor. Everyone thinks so. More than that, he's a good bloke. You should see him with little Sam. He's terrific with him.
Is Susan in there?
Yeah, they're going really well.
Ain't love grand, eh? Come on, the sooner we get this started, the sooner we can finish.
Right to share the room with that old bag.
Eileen's probably leaving this afternoon.
Because of me, I suppose. No one wants me here, do they?
I do.
What about you, Wingnut?
Yeah, it's okay with me.
No, it's not. Look, I'm not an idiot. I know you don't want me here. Well, I don't want to be here either. All you're interested in is protecting your bail money.
Might keep an eye on her, will you?
Gotta open the coffee shop.
I'll just make sure she's okay first.
Okay.
It's going to be a long haul, Daph. I don't think she wants to be cared for.
Oh, of course she does. She's just acting out of hurt. She feels unloved and unwanted, and it's a lousy way to feel. I know, I've felt it.
There's no need for you to feel that way now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Daph. I'm behind you in it all.
Thanks.
Where are you going?
What's it matter?
You're not being very fair to Daphne, are you?
She'll get her bail money back. That's all she cares about.
Look, if that was true, why would she have bothered putting it up in the first place?
Search me, but I don't owe her anything.
Yeah, well, I do. I owe her a lot. Look, my parents couldn't have given a damn about me, right? My father used to beat me up, so I left the place. I had nowhere to go until I met Daphne. She gave me a job, a home. She stood up to my parents for me. She even helped me get a government allowance so I could finish school. And when she married Des, they were more like parents than my mother and father ever were.
Well, Daphne's a soft touch. I knew that. That's why I asked for her help at the bank. I knew she was the only chance I had. No one else was going to put up my bail money. Anyway, she did it and I thanked her for it, but I'm not going to kiss her feet for it.
Well, you're right about one thing. She's the only chance you've got, so why don't you give her a chance? Yeah, good one, Scott. Look, I've got to open the coffee shop. Do you want to come?
What for? I'd probably frighten the customers away.
You know what your problem is? You like feeling sorry for yourself.
Hello, Daphne. Come in.
Nearly got bowled over by Lucy.
Yes, I've just let her out. I made her stay in and tidy her room.
Oh, torture.
She thinks so.
Oh, I guess kids that age are fairly easy to manage.
I gather you're having your problems. Eileen told Madge.
And Madge told you? Don't tell me it's all round the neighbourhood that I've betrayed my mother-in-law.
Look, I think what you're doing is admirable, but I can see how hard it must be for Eileen to take, being one of the girl's victims.
It's hard for Des, too. He's the meat and the sandwich between me and Eileen. He's trying very hard to back me up. You know, it's his birthday tomorrow. I was just going to have a quiet dinner at home, but I'd like to do something more for him. Perhaps a surprise birthday party.
You'd have to be quick to arrange that.
Yeah. But he hasn't been feeling too well, and it might just buck him up.
Well, you know I'll help if I can, don't you?
Yeah, thanks, Helen. The biggest problem's going to be trying to get him out of the house.
Yes. He enjoys attention when he's sick, doesn't he?
Does he ever?
We can prepare the food here. I can give you a hand, and so can Madge. Even Eileen, if it's for Des.
That'd be great.
But you'll have to find some way of getting him out of the house so we can take all the food across.
I'll worry about that when I come to it. You sure you don't mind?
No. Give me something else to think about.
There's something wrong.
No. I think we'd better go shopping if we're going to have food at this party.
I should work out exactly what I need.
Good idea. I'll make a list.
You know, I might even be able to involve Kelly in all of this. Give her something to occupy her mind.